Okay, Rok. Be quiet and bring the camera in close. We'll see what Burned Trix is up to with this secret insider test, and we will reveal to the whole world of Arrat what he is doing.
Okay.
What are y'all doing? What's this about?
Nothing. Nothing. Rok, what are you doing with that camera? Put that away.
Are y'all trying to see what I'm doing here with the insider test? You don't need to do that. I'm recording it and I will share with you.
Oh, we knew that. Turn that off.
Hey all, it's Burned Trix. This episode of Arrat Live, I will be doing a playtest for the Insiders group of Age of Magic. This playtest will be for artifacts. Now this is a possible new mechanic in the game of Age of Magic. Can't tell you how far off it's going to be or how close it is. I can tell you it looks like Playcott wants to release this fairly soon. When I mean fairly soon, that's not going to be next patch or next update. It's probably going to be several updates before it's worked out and ready to be introduced into the game. But it looks like they've been developing it enough that they want to bring it to the game. So you can see in here, artifacts are now introduced to the Heroes menu, and I tapped on where to find more of these things, and so far there's nothing revealing where in the game you can acquire artifacts, what modes they might be rewards for, if they're going to be in passes, or how they're going to be delivered to the game. That's not showing up right now. So I've searched through this and I've seen questions asked from the insiders, and Playcott's responded that they haven't developed it that far yet, or at least they haven't put it into the game test version or playtest version here. So you can see, looking at Office, there's no medallion, but there's also two other slots that there's nothing there for. You can see one is for a weapon and one is for armor. So there's several of these. You see these numbers by them, you see symbols by them, and all of these mean different things. And I'll break some of this down for you. But for those that don't know what the Insiders are, it's a group that was selected by the strongest clans in Age of Magic, starting with the leaders, and they've picked a representative for the clan. So we've got about 40 clans represented here in the Insiders group, where developers are showing us concepts of things that they want to bring into the game that might come into the game. It might not get to the game. So what you're seeing here might not ever get to the game, or if it does get to the game, it might look very different than it does here. But these playtests, hopefully we can help guide Playcott in a direction that most players would enjoy new content. So let's talk a little bit about what we see here. Now we've seen a bunch of different equipment pieces here that look like they complement the medallions. Got armor and weapons. You can see the number there on the left on each of those little pieces. Some say 4, some say 3, 2, 1, and those show the correlation of the piece to the hero. So you see these symbols in different colors. You'll see with the weapon or with the armor, there's these symbols that might or might not match up to the hero. The more that match up to the hero, the more effects the hero gains from that artifact. So you can see here with Corvus, this bone mace gives him 5 abilities. There's 1 core ability and then 4 extra abilities. So I can equip that piece, and you can look, see what it does to the stats, and I don't see that anything in the stats change when I equip any of these pieces to the heroes. I've checked, I didn't notice anything changes. It looks like what it's bringing more is something that's going to serve as a buff or debuff to your hero or to the enemies based on those bonuses that they give to the hero. One distinct difference I see right away is that artifacts can be unequipped. So you can equip a piece to a hero and you can unequip it and then equip it to a different hero later. So if you want to swap pieces out, try this one on Corvus, try this one on somebody else, you can do that. There are some nice features I do see already with the artifacts. One is you can actually filter it. And by filtering it, you can see all the different types. You can sort by, on the far left, by how many affinities that match up with the hero, whether it's by magic, rare, epic, or legendary, main perk, and then the additional perks. You see me scrolling through. So that's very nice. So you can spend some time looking at that if you like, see what things are in there. The final version might see additional things. It might see some things removed. Don't really know what we'll see. The other really nice thing about this is when you tap on these different artifacts, you'll see the heroes changing at the bottom of the screen. Some of them will show with a green dot. And that'll show you which ones actually match up best with that piece of equipment or that artifact. So in that case, you can see Corvus was showing as a good match with the piece of equipment. If you do tap on one of those heroes down at the bottom that show that they've got a better match, it'll take you straight to that hero where you can actually change the equipment straight onto that hero if you want to. So that's also a nice thing. So if you did decide, hey, this would be best on Corvus, then let me leave Office alone and I'll go straight to Corvus. You don't have to back out and search for Corvus. You can go straight to him.
Trix, I think the audience wants to see some action.
Yeah, fight, 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 fight.
Okay, calm down. To do something like that, we might as well match even squads. So I'm going to take what's set up here in the saved squads in this test account versus similar saved squads in the other accounts versing me. Doesn't look like it's live accounts that other testers are playing. So I don't think we're going to see anything that the others are testing out. What we'll see here is our squad that's equipped with artifacts versus the same squad at the same power without artifacts. I'll run a couple of different tests, and I'll do the first manual, kind of slowly walk through that so you can see what's going on, and then I'll run one on auto so it'll be more fair to see how the AI fights the AI. But here I'm going to go through and select some equipment for the what are they called? Orcs, you know. Sorry, it's late for me. By the time I released this, I would have probably gone to sleep and gone to work and started working on releasing this video. So, we've had a couple of days to play with this, maybe. Some of us probably even hadn't had a chance to look at it for the first time yet. So I didn't get the first look at it myself. I think Polcho said he got it kind of late and he went to bed after he got it. So he's going to be doing a video, I would think, maybe some live streaming on what he's testing for. So check out what Polcho has also. He's probably going to have some unique insights that I did not catch on this as well. So let me finish equipping these artifacts, set up a fight, and we'll get back to it. Okay, so now we're ready for a fight. Let's jump into arena. You can see we've got the same squads here with orcs, all the same power. You go in here, look at the players' orcs or Corvus. He's got the same save squad. And you can see some of them had some equipment on them or some artifacts on them, but not on the orcs. So should be an uneven fight. My favorite kind if I'm on the stronger side. I'll play it through manual just on 2x speed so you can see what's happening. You can see that I started off with a lot of extra buffs from the artifacts, but you'll see mainly here that there's a lot of extra support attacks. It's not necessarily my decision making because I really don't fight well with orcs. Never really learned the best way. To me, it appears that the buffs and debuffs from the artifacts are how these effects are primarily working. I don't know how cleansing buffs or debuffs will affect the artifacts. I suspect that they won't. The artifacts don't go away, so I would not think that their effects would go away either. Or if they were cleansed, they would immediately come back. Next, let's jump into tournament and fight these same two teams, but let the AI do it, so it'll be more of an even match. Notice my team has more buffs on them. And watch how many attacks I get versus the enemy team. So that wasn't even close.
Okay, Trix, that's pretty cool. Sorry about trying to sneak up on you and record you without you seeing me do that. I don't want to get you into trouble. Not really.
You didn't care. You were just trying to get your news scoop.
Well, I will be laughing when I win the Pulitzer Prize. Okay, Trix, tell us your thoughts. What do you think about all these artifacts?
First of all, I think it's really cool. Something I wanted to see in the game when I first started. When you're building heroes, you had all these different pieces of equipment that added different abilities, but you had to build it according to plan. You could not build a hero the way you would like to, or a little bit different than someone else. This gives you that option that I was looking for early on. However, the game is far more complicated now than it used to be. There's way more heroes, all sorts of abilities. This just really complicates it. So it's going to be tough to get your head around at first, I think. Another thing, how much time is it going to take? I mean, when you go into arena, you typically know who you're battling, so you don't have to check out their heroes or how they've equipped their heroes because you're used to seeing them. But in tournament, you're going to have to wonder about how they've got them equipped. But then the way you can move these things around, that's going to be a factor in the arena also, because they can swap those around rather quickly. Just because someone had one artifact on last night when you beat him doesn't mean he's going to have the same artifact on tonight. So you're going to have to start looking to see how they're equipped. That's going to take more time. Certainly digging through all these and trying to find the piece you want to equip, that's going to take a little time. Though the more time you put into the game, there's more to do. I mean, that's kind of a bonus until you start running out of time. I've kind of run into that myself. I mean, I'm spending a lot more time in this game than I used to. So time management is going to be an issue, I think. I'm hoping it's not a mechanic that's going to stretch the player base out, where mid-game is just that much longer to get through before you can start playing with the bigger players in the game. Because the bigger players in the game, they really want a bigger pool to play against. I mean, it's more fun the more people you have to play against. If it's the same old people, then it starts to get stagnant. So I'd like to see the newer players, progress a lot faster. So maybe this is one way that they can do it if they've got access to this early. But if it's something that just the late gamers have, and then they just get more of it, and the new players or the free-to-play players aren't getting so much of it, they're falling further behind. I'm hoping that gap narrows rather than widens.
Well, Trix, thank you for that insider sneak peek. And, Rok, Trix fell asleep. Wait, no, let's not look him up. Okay. See you all next time on Arrat Live. Thanks for tuning in.
Hey,
Be sure to subscribe.